I'm happy. As an Iranian, I'm very, very happy because this is something that all of us, not just Iranian outside Iran, Iranian inside Iran, were asking constantly from President Donald Trump to come and intervene and then help them, like help the people of the Iranian side of Iran. And we were like constantly asking this for the past month. President Donald Trump gave like some notes, some message, like help is on the way. And it was like really, really hopeful. Like it gave so many hopes to the people of Iran that they came to street because they knew that this man, President Donald Trump, everything he says, he's gonna do it. So the people of Iran, people of inside Iran, they trust this man so much that they come to the street, knowing that if they come to the street, they might not come back alive. There is like a high possibility of getting killed, getting murdered by the Islamic regime forces in a street. But although although knowing all this, they came to the street, millions of people.
Hello, culminators. Today we have someone very special. I mean, of course, I always say my guests are special, but Mooné Rahimi she's kind of interesting. I mean, she's first of all, she's a very young person. This is who she is. She is an internet person. She is our favorite Iranian baddie, a patriot monarchist, and I think she means Iranian monarchist. I don't think she wants to restore the British crown to the United States. PhD student in engineering, because you know they're all engineers. And she's MEGA. What does MEGA mean, Muna?
It means make Iran great again.
So what's it going to take? First, tell us your story. You've grown up. You spent your entire life uh, since not only the beginning of, but the comfortable establishment of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Did you grow up in Iran?
Well, yes, I moved to US about like 2 years ago, and pretty much my whole life I was in Iran. I born and raised in Iran, and I was experiencing everything that I'm trying to say about like this Islamic regime to the people. That was like all my experience.
Did you decide at a certain point that you wanted to live in the United States?
So at first it was just that I didn't see any future for myself in that Islamic country because the economy was collapsing, everything like the system was corrupted. So there weren't any like much opportunities for w women like me. So I wanted to like pursue like higher education, like as I'm doing it right now, studying PhD in engineering. So I was thinking that like at that time I was thinking I should leave the country and then go to like a great country so I can actually like um take those great opportunities to make my future, like build my future in order that I want it to be.
Would you have been able to get this a PhD in engineering in Iran?
Technically, yes, but when you get it, it doesn't have any value in Iran because you might ended up like working in Uber. Like we don't have Uber in Iran, we have like something else, just as a like a example. You might
Right.
ended up working in Uber with a PhD in Iran. So this is like
In
a
other
how
words,
corrupt.
oh, no, so there was nothing about being a woman that prevented you from getting a PhD in
This is more
Iran.
difficult. This is more challenging for sure for women to like pursue like PhD or to get a job in Iran because if they have like multiple applicants for like a certain position, they definitely prefer a male employee than a woman than a female employee. So the challenge is still there for everything in Iran for women as well.
So growing up, what was your take on the United States of America, on the Great Satan?
So my take on what is actually since I moved to US, I really appreciate this country, like the freedom, the opportunities this country is giving me. I'm always grateful. I'm honored to be this in country, and I'm really grateful to be here to like study and then serve this country with my knowledge, with my experience, and everything that I'm gaining right now. And this is the thing that I wish, this freedom, these opportunities. This is the thing that I wish for my people inside of Iran. And I want like everyone. This does only about Iran. I want everyone can experience like this freedom in their life. Like people, all the people around the world, they deserve it.
I think you're right. I mean, that is something that you know, I I believe as well. When you lived in Iran, though, as a young person, what was your view of the United States then, before you came here?
It was pretty much the same, just that I didn't have like the experience of living in USA. I always had like a positive view of USA, unlike the media is trying to show like Iranians does not like USA or Iranians are against USA. This is completely wrong. This is like a propaganda that they're trying to like spread. Me, my family, so many of my friends, they're here. Some of them they're here. They also like trying to like get their degree in high like university and higher education programs. And we when I was in Iran, I always like had this perspective towards USA as a very great country, very free. You have like a freedom of speech, freedom like to how to want to live, how to dress, how to be like in general.
Did you ever look at the United States and say maybe things are a little bit too crazy there, too open, too free? I mean, here in Iran, it might be restrictive, but at least you know what's right. You know what you're supposed to do as a person. You know, we have our religious and traditional ways of life, which Americans seem to not really have a great deal of respect for in their country. Did that ever occur to you, or was it always what you just said, which is that no, more freedom, the better, the more freedom, the better?
Um, Actually, it was in this way that sometimes I'm seeing like so many people here, they actually take advantage of freedom. Like, um, I don't know if you see like the protest is happening, like different kind of protests. For example, the Iranian protests, they bring in like Iranian flag, they bring in USA flag, they bring like Israel flag in their protests. They're so peaceful. They give like flowers to the police forces, like USA police forces. They're so peaceful. They clean the street after protests. But on the other side, you see like some of other protests, they come to the street, they vandalize, they beat people. They kind of like take advantage of this freedom in order to like be this wild like in public. And
When you say take advantage, you mean in a net, not, I mean, obviously we want to take advantage of our freedom, but you mean they abuse it.
they abuse it. Yes, that's a correct way to say it. Thank you. So they abuse the freedom of they have here in order to like harm people, harm or like spread like false information, false like fake news and like spreading propaganda. So this is the one thing that actually caught my attention for the freedom that we're having. But yeah, so there's always good side and bad side. I think the good side is heavier, way much heavier. The bad side is just like all these things that, and this is not like something we cannot manage. Like I'm in my social media, I'm like trying to like raise awareness like for so many things to people.
now we're in a place where the United States is really at war with the country of your birth. How does
Hmm.
I, the one thing I always try to avoid when I talk to people on my podcast is asking this question, but I think in this case it's justified. How does that make you feel?
I'm happy. As an Iranian, I'm very, very happy because this is something that all of us, not just Iranian outside Iran, Iranian inside Iran, were asking constantly from President Donald Trump to come and intervene and then help them, like help the people of the Iranian side of Iran. And we were like constantly asking this for the past month. President Donald Trump gave like some notes, some message, like help is on the way. And it was like really, really hopeful. Like it gave so many hopes to the people of Iran that they came to street because they knew that this man, President Donald Trump, everything he says, he's gonna do it. So the people of Iran, people of inside Iran, they trust this man so much that they come to the street, knowing that if they come to the street, they might not come back alive. There is like a high possibility of getting killed, getting murdered by the Islamic regime forces in a street. But although although knowing all this, they came to the street. Millions of people in not in ninth in 8th and 9th January 2026, they came to the street and they were chanting for the basic human rights. They were chanting for their leader, uh, Prince Reza Pahlavi, and um, they knew it that when President Donald Trump says that help is on the way, he eventually come and then do things that he says. So um, we as Iranian, we are so happy that he actually did it, and he's doing a great job because not only me, all the people of inside Iran, they know, they respect President Donald Trump, and they know that this man is so genius that he tried to like make the situation win-win for like both sides. Like he put America first always. There's nothing to negotiate that. But same time he's trying to um help the people of the Iran to make them like strong and then great again as he keeps saying let's get like and let's make Iran great again. He like mentioned that so many times. So we Iranian like respect this man so much. We're so grateful. We're so happy because before that he got elected, the regime was trying to like terror President Donald Trump, like that incident that happened to his ear. That was the regime for sure. That was funded by regime. We all know that, like that incident that happened. And then when he was alive, all the people were inside him. That time I remember they were happy. They were relieved. They were like, "Oh my God, what just happened?" And we know that when that happened, we know that first of all, it was like a Islamic regime work funded, like that terror was funded by Islamic regime. And second of all, when he survived that, we were relieved, and then we know it. Okay, this is done.
Well, how about let me ask you, Mooné. By the way, you and I had a little talk before asking this next question about your name, Mooné. It's not your real name, and I'm not going to ask you your real name because obviously you want to have a little bit of privacy. Although I'm sure you are a bit of a celebrity in where you are because of your active social media presence. But why do they call you Monet?
Well, my name is actually my actual name that I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say that it's really, really difficult to pronounce. And even for me as a kid. So I
Oh,
remember so I remember when I was like 2 years old, 3 years old, people come to me and say, "Oh, like what's your name, kiddo?" And I was like, My name is Mooné. And then I couldn't pronounce my real name that time. And then Mooné just became my nickname. Like my family, my friends, they start calling me Mooné like since I was a kid because I couldn't pronounce my name. And yeah, that's just so funny. And that's the reason I actually like understand like all the like American people when I say my real name to them and they cannot pronounce it. I say, okay, I get it. I get it. I was same thing when I was a kid.
So my question for you now is, you're grateful for Donald Trump. You're happy that he's attacking the Iranian regime. You obviously understand he's not attacking the people of Iran. But how about the fact that so much that the reason we're at war with Iran intimately involves the state of Israel?
hmm
How does that affect your way of looking at the whole situation?
Well, all the how can I describe it? As well as that the Iranian loves USA and then USA people, they also have this respect for the Israeli people as well. Like there were also a connection between like Iranians and Israeli people, and you can see when the strike started, as much as like Iranians were happy and dancing, there were like Israeli people in their shelter dancing, like they knew it, like this strike gonna ended up as a free Iranian future. Like they were so happy for Iranians. Like I know like so many Israeli people. I follow them on my social media and I have like this connection with them. They're advocating for us. They try to help us as much as like we try to help them. And I think there is no negative opinion about like Israel situation in this strike from Iranians. And we actually like appreciate like as much as we appreciate President Donald Trump, we appreciate Benjamin Netanyahu for helping this mission. And I said like people of Iran inside Iran, they don't call this war. Like people in media in West, like they come say, "Oh, no to war, no to war." There is no war. People in Iran, they call it rescue mission. Nobody calls it like war or something. No.
That's fascinating. How often are you still in touch with a lot of people inside of Iran?
Where I'm not like real, like m very in touch because they cut off the internet. Like the
Right.
regime,
That was my question. Yeah.
yeah, they cut off the internet. Like for example, me, I couldn't like talk to my some of because some of my family, friends, and relatives, just a little bit of them, still lives in Iran. I couldn't talk to them for like I don't know a week. Um, they cutting off the internet every time these things happen just to like shut down the voices of Iran. And they also, same time that they cut off the internet for a whole nation, they just give internet for to like a few people of their own, like those regime people, just to like spread lies to the world, to say, okay, I'm Iranian, I'm inside Iran, and this is happening, just like to spread fake news, lies. And this is not the first time they're doing it. Like we know their game. Like we know when this happened, what's the result? Like this is not their first time.
So
And
why do you think, as someone who's, how long have you lived in America now?
about 2 years.
2 years. So you're really kind of new to this. What do
hmm
you think of the fact that there are so many Americans? And I don't really know what kind of percentage it is because they tend to be very loud, but so many Americans are who believe the things that you have just described as fake news, right? As propaganda. Why do you think so many Americans believe that?
So many Americans believe that this is fake news.
They no. Why do you think so many Americans believe what the Iranian government says?
Oh, Um, it's because that every time, like for example, I just mentioned, every time that they cut off the internet, they just start to creating like a psychological war with having like those a few people that are connected to internet so they can like control what's going outside of Iran. Like they can control what news, what kind of things like going outside of Iran. And they trying to like change the narratives. And I believe so many like Americans, right and left, doesn't matter. They actually live in the propaganda. They are feeding propaganda every day that this is kind of like a normal to them, and they cannot like actually realize which is like fake news and which is what is not, because they like the Islamic regime, they do this psychological war like so perfectly. They became like so perfect at it because they were like trying to do it like since 47 years ago, like so many years to practice, right? And um they trying to like feed these narratives to like people of the American people, like those anti-war people, to like put the pressure to like say, okay, this is happening in Iran, like this is war, like people of Iran are dying, which is completely wrong. This is completely fake news. Those students that they say that got killed, that's completely fake news. They killed them themselves. They put their organization, their forces in school. Like the regime forces, they are in the school. Like
Have you
they,
seen that with your own eyes?
yes. When I
And
was in Iran,
the reason I'm asking you that is because anyone can go on X and say, "Oh, I know that they put, just like we say in Gaza,
hmm
the Palestinians are famous for this. Uh, they put their weapons and their weapon systems and their command
hmm
structures in schools and hospitals, and
yeah,
they are willing to sacrifice the lives of the people in those facilities in order just for the propaganda victory of being able to say, look
that's
what the
true.
Jews did, look what the Israelis did, look what the Americans did. But
Mhm.
you've actually seen it with your own eyes.
Yes, I've seen it with my own eyes because this is not a first time protesting. When I was in Iran, there were so many protests. I was participating in some of them. And I've seen with my own eyes that they put their forces, their guns, their machine guns, and their everything in the schools, like actual schools. And I think those like Hamas are learning, like they're just following the footsteps of like Islamic regime, and they're doing the same thing. And I've seen that with my own eyes. This is, um, I was I was in street when there was a protest. They were using like chemical weapons. Once I remember when I was in street, they use like these chemical gases and they like just throw it into the like a population. And I just smelled it just a little bit, just because I was running, because I was escaping the situation. I smelled it a little bit of that gas, and I was vomiting for like 3 days. I had like headache for a week. Like I couldn't even get up. And this happened to me when I smelled a little bit of that chemical gas. And that happened about like 3 years ago, 4 or 3 years ago, yes. And the last month, they did even worse, like way much worse to the people. Like they,
And how do you know this, Mooning?
because there are like a few people in Iran that they have like a Starlink. Like you cannot have a Starlink in Iran. It's illegal. Like once the regime find out that you have like a Starlink, like those equipments, they come and arrest you and put you in jail and torture you or even kill you. So there are like very few people that they have a Starlink in Iran, and they trying to like have like keep this connection to the outside. They get these widows, get the pictures of other people, and then they send it to like to us. And then we verify it, and then because we know, like we lived in those streets, we can see it.
So,
And
all right, so this is actually very interesting. The, are you saying that people are able to take images and videos and information from Iran? They're able to get them out, whether Starlink connection or whatever else. Then what you seem to be describing to me is a network of Iranian um, activists like yourself who
Mhm.
you sort of group source information.
Mhm.
Like, tell me how that works.
Well, first of all,
Crowdsource.
yeah. First of all, they cannot.
You young group sorcerers, you.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, what was I gonna say? Okay. So first of all, they cannot say that, okay, I took this picture and I'm this. Like they cannot like publish those videos with their own account because once they do it, the regime's gonna like detect those accounts and they're gonna find out who they are and they're gonna like come after them.
Of
So
course.
first of all, they cannot do it themselves. They sent those videos to like some Iranians outside of Iran that they trust fully. And those people trying to like publish those footage and videos and everything. So that's the way that we trying to say, okay, these are the footage, these are the videos that are happening in Iran, and that's the way we, as Iranian outside of Iran, trying to like be the voice of Iranian inside because they cannot, even they have access to internet with their Starlink, they cannot like talk because
So
they
let me get this. Are there like WhatsApp groups? Is that what is that what you're using, or are there is there a certain a Discord server or something where you guys exchange information and check the info, share the content, share the media, and confirm. Yeah, that's I know that street. That's where I used to go to school. That sort of stuff. Is there sort of a centralized, or are there a lot of different nodes where people do this sort of informally?
No, that's pretty much it. And then every time that do it, like they delete all the information in their phone or their devices, and they build it again, and then like build the account again, then send it again. This is happening because they have to like keep the safety, like in order to not getting recognized by the regime. Because once they get recognized, they are done. They are gone.
Are
So.
you at all worried though that because of you're an activist, you identified yourself, it's probably not that hard to figure out where to find you.
Mhm.
Do you have any concerns, God forbid, for your safety?
Oh, definitely. I'm receiving a lot of safety threats like from last week, a lot of them. And then the Islamic regime created something like punishment committee, and then they put my picture in that committee and then say so many awful stuff like to just like threaten me and then say if we catch you, we do this and we do that, and then we're gonna like take your Iranian uh, Iranian citizenship or something like that. And yes, of course, I feel that I should be concerned about this. I should like be very careful because I'm receiving a lot of safety threats, very like hateful things in social medias, and this is like easy for them to find me, but since I'm in USA and I feel safe because of the society, because of the country that I am in.
Thank God.
Yes, I I keep fighting. I keep being active about it, but
Have
if
you learned how to shoot a gun?
I tried some.
It's not for everyone, right?
That's true. Oh, yes.
And of course, the Revolutionary Guard, their hands are kind of full right now.
Yes.
Um, what if there were one thing that you could tell Americans to understand about how Iranians really view what's going on in the world today, what would it be?
Well, first of all, when it comes to a specific country like Iran, they shouldn't just say it, okay, this war is only for Iran, is only for Iranian people. This situation is only for Iranian people. No, this is not true. This is for the whole world. Like once the Islamic regime get power again, if it get power again, it's gonna build so many nuclear weapons. Like the thing that they did to their own people a month ago, there were a massacre happening in Iran. They killed thousands of people. They killed over 50,000 people in less than 2 days in a street with heavy military machine gun and snipers, like in buildings and chemical weapons with people with bare hands. Like people are literally bare hands in the street. They don't have gun. Like this is the American people. They can buy a gun anytime, anywhere. But this is not the same situation
Well,
in
not here in New Jersey, but we'll let that go.
Well, yes, but as a case, just saying that they can
Yeah.
have access to gun, but in Iran they don't. People cannot carry gun, but they were bare hands, and they came with military heavy machine gun to the street, and they killed like 50,000. This is not this is a correct number. And 50,000 people in less than 2 days. Just imagine this regime. What can they do to the whole world? They don't care. They do anything under the name of their God. They do anything under the name of their religion. They call everyone else, not Muslim people, everyone else kafir, as they wrote it in their book, Quran. And they're allowed to fight them in their book, and they're allowed to kill them. And this is written in their book. You can just search it in Google and then find it and then see it. They can kill them. So the thing that happened to the Iran, the people all around the world, especially like American people, they should see it as a thing that could happen to the whole world. They don't have any mercy. They don't care what kind of people that they are killing. They just do it. And they should learn this experience from Iranians like me when I come and say, okay, this is my experience living under the Islamic regime. And they should learn the experience, and they don't forget it. Like the thing that they're happening in New York, I just don't understand. Like after 9/11 that happened, the Muslim people and the regime and Islamic regime, they did that. I just don't understand why they elected a Muslim mayor for themselves, like from the same religion that they did the 9/11. And all of them are in the same path. It doesn't matter to say, okay, this is different. Not different. All of them have the same path. All of them have the same religion. All of them have the same values in their lives. As you can see, like this mayor of New York is trying to like build a lot of mosques in New York. So this is crazy, and they should learn it from Iranians. They should listen to Iranians like me, and not those Iranians that are like spreading propagandas, not those like regime people. The true Iranians that actually are echoing the voices of Iranians inside, like me. And because we read the playbook, we know it. We know what's gonna happen. Everything this mayor of New York saying, like free bosses, like free rents, free stuff, everything they said, they did it to us 47 years ago just to manipulate us, just to stay in the power. And after that, every time that the Iranians trying to get rid of this regime, trying to like change the government, the regime try to silence our voices by killing us. This is not the first time that they're killing Iranians. This is not the first time. The last one that happened, not first time that they're killing their own civilians. They are killing Iranians since 47 years ago. And this is keep continuing until now. And that's why that Iranians are so fed up with this regime that they're so happy and grateful that the President Donald Trump came to help them by eliminating the regime people, and then the whole government.
Do you are you confident that President Trump and his administration will follow through and get the job done?
Yes, yes, we confident, we trust them so much. We know that. Um, There are there are so many people outside of Iran that they're in the same path as me. They trust President Donald Trump so much that they knew it that this regime is already gone. Like they're saying, okay, this is done. Like they already are planning their trip back to Iran, or they're already like celebrating that, saying, okay, the free Iran is coming soon. We are so confident. Like I'm so confident that free Iran is happening very, very soon, especially that we have a great, great leader who is Prince Reza Pahlavi. And I know some people might come and say, especially American people, might come and say, same thing that happened to Afghanistan and Iraq might happen to Iran. Well, no, not this is not the same thing. Thing that happened in Afghanistan and Iraq was they didn't have a great leader, powerful, strong leader. And after the situation, those situations happened to those countries, there were a power vacuum. And I would say Islamists or separatists took advantage, like abused this opportunity to ruin those countries. So this is not a thing that happened in Iran because we have a very strong, great leader, and it's Prince Reza Pahlavi, and we are all united, the whole nation with different ethnicity, like from north to south, from west to east of the Iran, all of them calling for only one person who is Princess of Pahlavi.
Is it really that? Is it that popular? That's
Yes,
surprising. It's not even, you're saying it's more than half. It's more than two-thirds. It's 80, 90%.
yes, even 90% because the footage that we received from people inside Iran when they were protesting, all of them were chanting Princess of Pahlavi in the street. And they just brought the picture of Princess of Pahlavi to the street and they took it like this, where in the background was like fire, and then you can hear like the shooting and everything. But they brought those pictures in the street and said, okay, this is our leader. And everyone in Iran calling for that person because we know that family. We know Pahlavi family. We know his father, his grandfather who took the country kind of ruined and then build the country to have modernized it and make it to a great country. And we had like a women rights, we had like a great education in Pahlavi era, like before 47 years ago, before 1979. We had like a really great connection relationship with other countries. The economy was great, everything was great. So we want that back again.
With God's help, you will have it.
Yes.
We're-
Thank you.
and with your help too. So you have turned your social media identity, and I can tell you from my personal experience that when you are unusually attractive, as people like you and I are, you can get people to listen to you who might otherwise not listen to you. So you're using that to your advantage, obviously. You have a lot of followers, and these are people who are not necessarily going to hear what you've been telling me over the last half an hour, 35 minutes, because they're as you said at the beginning, a lot of Americans they just lap up the propaganda. So if someone like you can find a way to reach them, you're doing a tremendous service to your country and your
Yes.
people.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Although that I just said I'm receiving a lot of safety threats, it doesn't matter because every time that I see the picture of people that got murdered last month by the Islamic regime, like it wasn't just like normal people. They were kids. They were like 2 years old kid, and their parents got shot by the Islamic regime forces. They were like 10 years old kid. They were like 16, 17. So many of them were like 16, 17, and so many were less than my age. And the all of those people went to the street to um like chant for freedom, for their basic human rights, and they sacrificed their lives. Even though those families that they lost the loved one in that path, whenever I remember that, whenever I think about that, it's just giving me this energy, just this like, how can I describe it? To like come up and then speak up about things that are happening. Like I'm receiving a lot of safety threats every day, every minute. Like my direct message is like blown up. I don't even check it. Like this is like massive threat things that are coming towards me, but it doesn't matter. It won't bother me because when I think about those people that got murdered, um, I'm getting I get this energy to keep fighting, to keep continuing to this path. and to keep being the voices of Iranian inside of Iran, especially that they don't have internet to echo themselves to the world. So I'm
You're
just
their
trying,
voice.
yes, I'm just trying to be their voice and trying to serve my country as much as I can.
Mooné, thank you so much for talking to us. I hope everything goes well for you and your family and the people of Iran. And I hope that maybe you won't forget about America so fast when you can go back to your country.
Well, thank you, Ronald Coleman. Thank you so much for this
You're welcome.
opportunity that you gave me. And no, I'm not gonna forget about America at all. Like, this is a great country. This is the country that gave me freedom. This is the country that gave me so many things that I
And
didn't
she's saying this from Nevada, folks. Okay. Have you ever been to Nevada? I mean, people make fun of New Jersey, but
have.
Nevada, man, it's just a desert. It's just
That's
a
true.
desert. Oh, but you're desert people. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I love hot weather. Like, I cannot stand like humid, rainy, cold weather at all. Like, it just depressed me. Like, right now I'm so happy. Like, the sun is out there, like you can see
Well,
it.
I don't mind saying you seem like a naturally happy person.
Thank you.